Thanks for joining me. This is Linda Bartolucci, owner of InkStampandScrap.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card. This was a card we did recently at one of my card classes. It's cute and easy and uses a lot of the elements that you can find in the Current Occasions mini catalog. So let's get started. I've already taken the liberty of stamping the Happy Birthday from Easy Events. I stamped it in black Stazon ink, but you get the pleasure of watching me color. I'm going to use the Calypso Coral Pool Party and Soft Suede that you can find in the Sweet Shop Designer Series paper that I'm using as a background for my cute little cupcake. So I'm just going to take the bold tip of the marker and quickly color in. I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to coloring. Some people like to make it absolutely perfect. I just like to get it done. Some of my most fun of stamping is just getting it finished and enjoying it. And then I'm going to accent the cupcake with yummy pool party frosting. And of course, this cake would never be complete without my cherry on top. And how do I make that cherry, you ask? I take the cupcake punch, open it up, and I pop out the cherry out of our beautiful red Glimmer paper. And then I'm just going to take a glue dot, excuse my reach, pop that cherry on the glue dot, and then pull it off and put it right on top of the cupcake. This is the easiest way to use glue dots. Put the object on the glue dot, pull it off with the glue dot on the back. Try not to lose skin or nail doing it. Put your object on, and voila, you are finished. Now I can layer this whole card together. So the way I measured my white card is I measured the wood block because I have this stamp set in wood, and I knew that would be enough space for the stamp. Then I added a 1/4 inch to each side, and that made my Calypso Coral layer. Then I cut my Sweet Shop Designer Series paper, just 1/4 inch less than a full card, so it is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I decided to make a hot dog cut of my pool party paper. So I'm going to fold this in half. Hot dog just means a tall cut. Hamburger is across. So this cardstock is 4 1/4 by 11. I'm going to take my bone folder and just make a nice crease here. And then before I put my beautiful Designer Series paper around, I'm going to accent it with the Pool Party seam binding and the Calypso Coral Ruffled ribbon. So the first thing I'm going to do is wrap the Pool Party seam binding around and tie it in a knot. That seems to be about enough. So then I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to tie my knot. And I want to make sure that I tie my knot off to the right because that's the way I'm going to lay on my cupcake. The knot is going to be next to the cupcake. Now I already made the knot, but I didn't tie it all the way tight. I left it a little bit loose because I'm actually going to slip this ruffled ribbon right through the center of my knot before I pull it tight. Come on, help me out. There we go. I'm going to pull that in. Everything's a little longer than it needs to be, which is just fine, because then I can make sure that it looks exactly how I want it to. I want this to flip a little more. I'm going to twist this just a little bit, pull my coral up, and I have to do a fade. So now that's just perfect, and what I'm going to do is just trim it off a little bit. I'm going to slide it up to where I want the accent to be. You can just curl your paper a little bit and you're able to slide your ribbon just beautifully. I'm going to take my cupcake that I so carefully colored and topped with a cherry. I'm going to add it right here. And that little piece of coral ruffle ribbon just pulls the cherries behind it with the coral right out. Going to take a little more snail and put on my finishing layer. And there you have it, a quick and easy card using the Easy Event stamp set, Sweet Shop Designer Series paper, a little bit of ribbon, and a lot of love. Have a great day!